2011.
Michael, as Abby mentioned earlier, albeit without sufficient outrage for my taste, Ted shutdown Cruz was out in front of Capitol Hill shaking veterans' hands as if he was not the one who was driving this whole shutdown madness. He's such a caricature of Republicanism that I am forced to wonder, is he a performance artist doing a piece about modern conservatism, or is he perhaps a sleeper agent sent from the Democratic Party to help damage the Republican Party?
Touré, you're going to give it away.
I would go with performance artists. I think it's actually really fascinating. We've seen this trend for years with Michelle Bachmann and others. They'll a reality bubble around themselves to play to a particular audience that really wants to hear that side of the story. Now, that's a story that's always happened in elections. The way elections work is politicians create storylines, often divorced from reality, and sell it to voters, and whoever does a better job wins. The problem is that elections end when voters go to decide, and usually that's a real reality check.
Right.
You would think.
This situation ended when the polls came out. We know the reality of the situation. We know that what Ted Cruz is saying is not true, but he has chosen to pretend as if those polls aren't real, and we don't have to worry about what the American people are saying. He was saying yesterday that the American people rose up and stood behind me, and we're going to keep fighting this, as if the American people were on his side. The American people are factually reality checking, not on his side, but for him it doesn't matter because he's playing a different game.
That's what happens when you live in a bubble with fake news and people who will believe that fake news that you're also hearing.
And let me point out that Touré absolutely does not live in a bubble at all.
That's right.
No, I don't.
Well, no, I mean, the country is polarized. We have different information streams. We sort of choose our own adventure. All these trends have been in place for a long time. I think he is taking it to a new place, and I think it'll be interesting to see as we get closer to 2014, which itself is a little distorted as an election because of gerrymandering, how much the Republican Party starts to really call him on it in more forceful ways, because at some point going into 2016, that reality check is going to come back in a real way for the Republican Party.
I have an alternate Ted Cruz origin theory, which is Frankenstein monster created by Club for Growth and Dick Army. But I'll let you think about that when you can get back to me on whether you think that's right or not. But